Hi guys! After 3 years of doing stock photography, I am going to share with you in this video everything that I've learned in that time. This is going to be a holding nothing back, sharing it all, including income, rejection reasons, images that sell, information about agencies, and more. And then I'm going to let you know after 3 years what my conclusions are and whether or not I think that doing stock photography is actually worth it. After that, I'm going to share with you your Instagram images from this week. I am blown away once again by the incredible talent that you guys have, and I can't wait to share. So let's get started. So what kind of investment does it take on the photographer's part to be part of the stock photography community? If you already have a camera and you're working, it's really not an investment that way. If you don't have a camera, then you need a camera and you just need some sort of photo editing software. The really big investment that I find is required in stock photography is time. So it takes a lot of time to plan your shoots, to go out, to take the photographs, to edit the photographs, add your keywords, do your descriptions, upload to stock photography, and then wait for your acceptance or rejection of each image. Now, I would say for me, in my experience, even once I got going, so at first it takes a lot more time because you're learning what you're doing, but even after you get going, I would say that it was a lot of work for me to be uploading at least, say, 3 images per day. So for me to upload a lot more, say 15, 16 images at one time, we're talking hours and hours of work. So I would say that that is one thing that you need to consider if you are thinking about doing stock photography in any serious sort of way, that it really does take time. Acceptances and rejections. How does this work with stock photography? In the past, it was actually really hard to get images accepted in a stock photography agency if you weren't a really high quality and knew exactly what you were doing photographer. I'm not saying you shouldn't know what you're doing, you should, but it is much easier these days to get images accepted into stock photography agencies. Stock photography agencies want to have the biggest database of images possible out there for their customers. So it's not too difficult that way. Rejections, they do still happen, and it's actually a good thing that they happen. So when I have images that are rejected, there's a rejection reason. So it will tell me why this image has been rejected. You will learn so much just by going and taking that image that has been rejected and fixing it for re-upload to the stock photography agencies. And that's something I think is really fantastic about stock photography, is that you learn so much. If you can just get past how much it hurts when you get an image that you really like rejected, because it does, it really does. We all invest in our images, and that makes sense. But once you can move past that part and use the learning experience, and then to see that image accepted or to see your photography really growing, I would say that's one of the most wonderful things about stock photography. And one of the things that I would say is a big reason just to do it. Information about stock photography agencies, which stock photography agencies are worth uploading to. When I first started in stock photography, I uploaded to a good number of agencies, at least 10 of them, on a regular basis, and I didn't know at that time which ones were going to be the most lucrative in terms of getting paid. So after 3 years, I can tell you that there are 4 agencies that I use, and the other ones I don't upload to anymore. So there's Shutterstock. Shutterstock will definitely give you the highest number of sales. Shutterstock has an incredible reach in terms of their ability to advertise your images and a huge customer base. So Shutterstock, I would say, is agency number 1. slightly less sales but more money per sale is Adobe. Adobe's stock is fantastic because it's integrated into the Adobe software, which means higher commissions for you, the photographer. Then there's iStock or Getty Images. The way that they work is that you don't see your sales every single day or as they happen. At the end of the month, you get a report and you see then exactly how much you made for that month and what images have sold. If you're an excited stock photographer and you want to see right away, this might be a little frustrating for you. But I would say definitely if you are going to do this, give iStock or Getty Images a try because they do actually get quite a bit of sales. The other stock agency that I do upload to is Dreamstime. And the reason that I upload to Dreamstime is not because I get a ton of sales from them, but because it's really pretty easy and I will get enough sales that after quite a bit of time, I will get a payout. All of the other agencies that I've tried, I just stopped uploading to them because there weren't enough sales for me to see ever really having a good payout, and it wasn't worth the effort. Okay, this is the part that everybody wants to know about, the money. So how much are commissions? How often do I get paid? How much do I get paid per month? And how much am I getting paid for each stock agency? And this is a very, very big deal because this is a business. You are investing your time, you're investing your talent, and you are uploading these images for sale, and you want to get some money back for that. In fact, it would be nice to get enough money to cover all of those things and a bonus for you. When you are uploading to stock photography, if you want to be making consistent amounts of money, it is essential and very, very important that you upload images on a consistent basis. The way that the search engines work and the way that their advertising and their marketing works is that stock agencies, those who submit to them, are going to do best if you upload small amounts of images on a consistent basis. New images sell better than old images. The old images can tend to get buried, and there are bestsellers that will just keep selling, but if you're consistently uploading to stock agencies, you are going to see more in your bank account at the end of the day. So different agencies have different payout thresholds. Shutterstock is $35. If you've made more than $35, this is US dollars, at the end of the month they will pay out, and that's if you have a certain payment method like PayPal, which is what I use. Other agencies have different amounts. Adobe stock has $50, iStock Getty Images has $100, $35 US, it's about $50 Canadian, let's say. I will get that from Shutterstock every single month. Adobe stock is $50, it usually takes, and $50 US, it usually takes me a month or two to get that amount. iStock Getty Images, it usually takes me 3 months to get that amount. So on average from these agencies, I am making about $35 per month US, and that is pretty consistent. Now, that is probably because I have stopped uploading to stock agencies in the last 6 months. When I was uploading on a regular basis, as I said before, I was making more money than I am now. Now, what I have is just completely passive income. I'm not doing any work on it. I am not uploading anymore. They just send me the paychecks, which is pretty cool too. Now, this is where I want to say something that I am quite passionate about, and it's one of the reasons why I've stopped doing stock photography. Even though you can be making some money from your images, I would say that from the amount of time and talent and investment that you as a photographer have put into creating your images, I think and this is just my opinion, but I think that a 25-cent commission or 33-cent commission, or even when you get a big sale and you get $5 or $50, $50, by the way, is the highest commission I've ever gotten on one photo. And that was once, twice, maybe a couple of times. So the amount of time and effort and talent that you put into it, I would say that photographers are being robbed of their images. And I know that sounds really, really strong, but that is how I feel. I feel that, you know, everything, all of the education and the time and the talent that you are putting into your stock photos, I would say that you are worth more than a small commission. So I have not been doing stock photography for the money, because honestly, it's pocket change. It's just little bits of money that come in for the amount of work that you put in. It's a very small amount of money. I think that you as a photographer are so valuable, and that you are producing something that is so valuable to the companies that use your work. I have seen my work on huge companies, like big companies in very big places, and they're using my images for their advertising, and they're getting a great benefit from it. And I've gotten 33 cents. So just something to think about. And if you have another opinion, I would love to hear it. Just put it below. And you might ask me, why then have I done stock photography for 3 years? And I will explain that. The benefits of doing stock photography have to do with what I've mentioned earlier, and that is the learning process. So as you create different images and you're constantly thinking about what you can do that will sell, what images look good, what makes an image look good, what makes an image sell, what makes a high quality image for a business, that you know, you're constantly learning. So my photography skills have increased many times over since doing stock photography, and I really appreciate that. And I also really enjoy learning. So that is one reason why I have done stock photography. Another reason why I've done stock photography is the satisfaction of it. And I'm not talking about the money, because I already addressed that, but the satisfaction of seeing my work in a publication or on TV or in a magazine or, you know, whatever, something like that, is incredibly satisfying. It's different than your family member telling you, hey, that's a good picture, or your mom, you know, because she has to. When you see it out there being used by a big company for something they value your work, it's extremely satisfying, and it gives you a lot of confidence. So for that reason, I do recommend stock photography, and it's fun. So what are some ideas and tips if you do want to do stock photography? Somebody asked me, if you could only choose one lens, which would it be? For me, my go-to stock photography lens is just a plain 50mm lens. It's perfect. In terms of tracking your sales, I use an app called MicroStalker. Okay, I think it's a funny name, but MicroStalker, so it's MicroStalk with an R on the end. And you can find it in the App Store. I'm not sure if you can find it in Google Play, but it is great. It is a cheap app, and what you can do is you just open the app, you have all of your agencies that you're signed up with listed, and it'll show you your sales for each one. You don't have to go and log into each site to find out how many sales you've made and how much you've made each day. It's great. Another person asked me about using either your real name or a trade name for or just like a username for your account on stock agencies. I would suggest, if you can, to use your real name, and that's because it gives you recognition as a photographer. I have had images used, say, like on a textbook or in a location where the company that purchases it does actually credit the photographer. And it's really nice to see my name, Rachel Lurch, beside the image instead of, you know, some username that I've just kind of thrown out there. Another person asked about stock video. I have not done any stock videos, so that's not something I'm going to be covering in this video. Creating best-selling images Definitely best-selling images are those that have a concept or are something that you can easily apply to a theme. So Christmas images, holiday images, Easter images, anything like that, something that represents a holiday. And it could just be, say, some eggs in a basket, or it could be a Christmas ribbon. Those images are going to sell well. By concepts, I mean like something that might represent something like energy or excitement or anything, pretty much any concept you can think of. If you can make an image that illustrates that, and usually the simpler the better, a nice, simple, clean image is going to be a good seller. So is stock photography worth it? I am not doing stock photography anymore. That's not to say that there aren't reasons to do it. Things like I told you about learning and about the satisfaction and all of those things. And if you know what, if you just want, you have the time and you want to upload your images and you don't mind getting smaller paychecks from them, hey, why not? I still enjoy getting the paychecks that I do get every month. They're not huge paychecks, but hey, that's okay. I'll still take them. Is it worth it? For me, it's not worth it at this time because it takes a large time investment, and I don't have that right now. And I have other things that I'd like to put my time into and enjoy the vlogs that I go out on, the times when you guys join me on workshops, all of that stuff is just, it's a preference for me. I really, really enjoy that stuff, and so I'm not doing stock photography anymore. Now on to exciting things, your Instagram images. They are fantastic. You blow me away with your talent. The images this week are just, and last week's, the collection is so fantastic. You need to check them out. Go on Instagram and search for hashtag #HeyRachelLurch and see these images, and then add your own, because I'm going to next Sunday put some more images that you have posted on my video. Now there were so many, I could not pick just one. So this week's image that I'm going to post for you is posted by Jarl. Amazing sunset. I love this image. And what do I love about it? I love the mood. It is a monochrome image, but it's all deep golden, yellow, orange. And it's just, there's just something about the image that when you look at it just makes you feel. I love the colors, I love the composition, I love everything about it. Congratulations, Jarl. That is a fantastic, fantastic image. Now, just exciting, I want to let you know that I am planning a 2-day photography workshop in the Niagara Falls. So it's going to include some exciting stuff. It's going to be coming up soon. So I'm going to go down there and visit. I'm going to record for you, give you an idea of where we're going to be going. The workshop for now is tentatively planned for the beginning of June, and I hope that some of you can make it out. We're gonna have a fantastic time. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about stock photography, about the hashtag on Instagram, about anything that you wanna ask me, please post it below. Thanks again for coming along, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.